Thanks for having me.
And he is part of the Rastelli family that brings us Rastelli meats, but also under their umbrella, Egg Harbor, which is the seafood arm of the business. And so today we have dry sea scallops, premium dry scallops. Why dry? Well, we'll get into all of that. I do want to let you know you're going to receive 3 pounds of their premium dry scallops. So you're going to have 3 1-pound bags, 10 to 20 count in each bag, and it's $22 a month on Easy Pay, but that offer does expire when this day ends. All right, so Ray, when it comes to Egg Harbor, kind of tell us about the Egg Harbor seafood brand.
Yep, so first off, the Egg Harbor Seafood brand is a division of the Rastelli Food Group. We've been supplying the finest restaurants all over the country for about 45 years. My father started the company 45 years ago in a small butcher shop, and we quickly got into doing seafood, and we've been supplying great restaurants all over the world, and now we're finally able to bring it to consumers at home. So
when you go out, maybe to that white tablecloth restaurant,
for sure,
you order scallops because it's something maybe you don't tackle at home. Now you can have that restaurant quality, and it always starts with the actual meat, the food itself.
It has to. It has to start with the top of the line, top quality seafood first and foremost, right? So what we have here today is a dry sea scallop. And there's a big difference between dry sea scallops and wet sea scallops that you might be, familiar with getting at your local grocery store. The big difference is that in the grocery store, they're soaked. As soon as they're caught, they're shucked, they're soaked with like a salt water solution, and it's to keep them fresh for a long period of time. But what that does, it really makes it challenging to get a great sear on your scallop, where these are completely dry, and in the pan for literally a minute and a half on each side, they're going to be ready to go. I mean, it really makes a big difference.
So is this the scallop raw?
This is the scallop raw.
Because I just want you to see how big they are.
Absolutely.
So you were telling me, Ray, this is actually kind of, this is larger than kind of the average ones you may find at your grocery store.
So these are what we call 10 to 20 count. So you're going to get between 10 and 20 scallops per pound.
Okay.
Typically, it's about 15. You'll get about 15 scallops in each 1-pound package.
I mean, look at them. They're like an inch thick.
They are.
They're huge.
Really thick. They're really hearty. I would say about 3 to 4 for a meal is more than plentiful.
All right, so when it comes to preparing, I think that's where many of us are like, I don't want to mess them up.
No doubt.
So what is the secret to the perfect scallop?
The secret is really just throw them in the pan.
Okay.
Add a little stick of butter here.
So kind of saute them?
Saute them in the pan, get a little butter.
Okay.
About a minute and a half in a hot pan on each side. And you're going to see, I'll show you the scallop here, but...
Do you salt and pepper them up, or that's not even necessary?
I don't think it's necessary at all, honestly. You see how it's kind of like real opaque when you start, right? So by the time it's finished, let the camera focus in there. By the time it's finished, you're going to get a beautiful, real white, basically scallop.
Because I love scallops. My experience is the scallop is like a sweet, delicious meat. Like you said, it doesn't need a lot of dressing to bring out the flavor.
Let's see what you think.
I'm ready.
There you go.
Thank you. So what did you do to this one?
So that one is just a little red pepper roulotte, basically like a little sauce that we're putting on the scallop, and they were pan seared real quick, and that's it.
Ray, they are so tender.
Thank you.
I mean, like melt in your mouth. So soft, not
they
rubbery, not
sweet,
tough.
Succulent.
All of that.
Yes.
This is a good scallop.
Thank you.
And not dried out. These are still quite moist, so tender.
They should be, and that's really because they're literally caught. They're wild caught first and foremost. A lot of people have questions about wild caught farm raised. These are wild caught. As soon as they're taken out of the ocean, they're shucked, and then they're basically blast frozen while at sea. So when they get to us, they're as fresh as you would buy a fresh scallop, but even fresher sometimes because they were literally blast frozen after they're caught.
So that's really kind of the difference. You don't know how long they've been sitting in that freezer case at the grocery store.
You're right.
Sometimes I think they thaw them out
and
then refreeze
them. They absolutely do. That
and
is
then
a
thaw
trick
them out
in the grocery store, for sure.
So here you're kind of guaranteeing you that freshness.
Yep.
And you're getting 3 1-pound bags. So it's a total of 3 pounds, 10 to 20 count in each bag. Here you can see this is exactly what you're going to receive. So what would be your tip or recommendation? I said I want scallops tonight. When I open that bag up, should I cook the whole bag?
If it's just you and you want like 4 or 5 pieces, I would open the bag while they're frozen, pull a couple of pieces out, and put them on a dish, and then let them slack in your refrigerator. That's it. Put them back in the freezer and you're good to go. If you want the whole pound, then just put them in your refrigerator overnight and they'll be ready to go the next day.
And then remember, it's as easy as saute in a pan with butter and you've got a delicious meal. And you have some ideas for us if we do want to take it to the next level.
Yep. So first and foremost, one of my favorite ways, we're a meat company first, right? Seafood is our specialty now, absolutely. But how we were founded is in the meat business. So we did a little sirloin steak with scallops, great surf and turf, right? They go a lot further than a lobster tail would. That's kind of why I like the scallops. A bacon wrapped scallop is great for an hors d'oeuvre, but these are really like real premium, real large size, so you're really going to impress your guests. We did a little salmon, like basically pot dish type dish, right? So
is that a cheese sauce?
Got cheese sauce in it, almost like a macaroni and cheese, but with scallops.
Come on.
We have
I just want to dig in. I just
scallop
want to
with
see
pasta.
it. Oh,
Yes,
look
beautiful.
at that.
It really is.
And then on pasta, come on.
That's-
whether you're using a pesto sauce,
doubt.
whether you're doing just a butter sauce, it makes it easy. I love
For
pasta,
sure.
and that way I can kind of feel good about, not
Yes.
so guilty. Now, you mentioned the bacon wrapped. Can we just give us a little tutorial? Because that is something I probably would leave to my favorite restaurant.
No
but you're
doubt.
saying, no worries, Gabrielle, you can do it at home.
You do not need to be scared of doing a bacon wrapped scallop. So first I'm just going to grab a paper towel. You want to have it just regular paper towel from your kitchen. I'm going to get a little messy here, but just pull a scallop out. You want to dry it off so that way make sure your bacon will stick to it.
All right, I'm going to get my hands in here.
The trick with a bacon wrap scallop is you want to take the bacon, because the bacon takes a little while longer to cook, you want to take the bacon, right, put it in your oven on a sheet pan for about 500 degrees for 5 minutes.
So you kind of
That's what we
par-cooked
did
it.
here. We par-cooked it, got a little crispy.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to give you a toothpick here. We're just going to simply wrap it around. It's very easy.
Okay.
Just kind of take
Kind
it,
of roll it around in it.
roll it, stick your toothpick through.
Okay.
You're good to go. You can make kebabs,
Look at that.
right? It's a really cool way to make kebabs in the summertime. We're getting ready for the warm weather.
Can we do scallops on the grill?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
so for
put
all
a little, put a little aluminum foil down first, just so they don't fall through the grate. But yes, absolutely.
So for all the grill masters out there,
For sure.
here you've got 3 pounds of premium dry scallops from Egg Harbor. If you trust Rastelli for your steaks, for your tenderloins,
Yes.
then Egg Harbor is part of their family. So they bring us premium seafood, and a dry scallop is the way to go because it hasn't been, kind of soaked in salt water to preserve it. This is frozen at its freshest point.
It is, absolutely. As soon as they're pulled from the ocean, they're shucked, immediately blast frozen, brought to our facility where we're going to ship them to you at home.
Scallops are a delicious, sweet, tender meat, and they have auto delivery, so this will ship to you every 4 months for up to a year, and each shipment free shipping and handling, so that way they're always on hand.
Yes.
Whether you're entertaining or you just want to give your family a better choice.
Absolutely.
That's nice to have them on hand. M60977, and Ray will be back because